Joining us now is former NATO Supreme Allied Commander in Europe, General Wesley Clark. General, always good to have you on. And let's start with the sudden change. Are you shocked at all by this deal with NATO? Are you encouraged?
Well, I'm hopeful. I hope that President Trump will follow through. I hope he'll have not just one shipment, but a continuing series of shipments because, Natasha, this is not going to end until Mr. Putin understands that he cannot succeed. As long as he thinks he's winning, this war is going to go on.
Yeah, and certainly Putin watching every single one of these moves. What is this signaling to Moscow?
So, you know what President Trump's trying to tell him is take your ceasefire now, make a deal. President Trump doesn't want to get into he doesn't want this to be his war, but it is his war. It's America's war because these people are fighting really for our values and for the stability and security of Europe, which is our largest trading partner. So we're very much involved in this, but I think this is a big step that the president is going to make. I hope it is.
What do you read into the newest comments about Putin from Trump today? Because he is clearly disgruntled. We just heard that comment a moment ago. Trump saying Putin talks nice and then he bombs everybody in the evening. What is the significance in this change in the relationship? What does it mean for Ukraine ultimately?
Well, hopefully it means that Ukraine will get more U.S. support. It's in the vital interest of the United States to solve this issue in Europe and to solve it successfully by keeping Ukraine afloat as an independent nation and assuring that Russia does not continue its aggression either against Ukraine or other NATO countries. So that is in our vital interest. The president should be really pushing for that. He's tried to do it by being nice, by offering Putin a way out of the hole that Putin's dug for himself, by offering to bring him back into the international community. Putin's not that interested in that. Putin wants to restore the boundaries of the former Soviet Union. And that's been his ambition for 2 decades or more. And that's what he believes he's going to do. And he believes he's going to do it over President Trump's wishes. So I think we're coming to an important point here where the president has to make his will felt in this.
What do you make of this nearly year-old comment that is just starting to surface now? A private fundraiser in 2024, this now leaked audio where Trump told donors, quote, with Putin, I said, if you go to Ukraine, I'm going to bomb the expletive out of Moscow. I'm telling you, I have no choice. What do you make of this?
Well, what's interesting about it is it must have been said while Trump was president. So maybe President Trump in the period 2017, 18, 19, 20 had an idea that this is what Putin wanted to do, that he knew aggression was going to happen. Now, as he said, Putin didn't believe him. Of course not, because when a president makes a statement like that.
Well, and let me clarify. So this was before he was president this term. Does that make any difference in your eyes? This was in May of 2024.
Came out, but the way the statement's written, it says, if you go into Ukraine, well, he was already in Ukraine in 2024. So it must have been said before the war in 2022. So if it was, it wasn't going to be effective. When you make a bombastic statement like that, it's not to be believed. And especially because President Trump was trying to cultivate a good relationship with Putin. So President Trump admitted that maybe Putin didn't believe him except for 10%.
Do you believe that Trump does have a red line in Ukraine? And what do you believe that would be?
I don't think he has a red line in Ukraine. I think President Trump sees he's very adroit at understanding public opinion and what's good in his interest, what isn't. And I think he's weighing things as he goes forward. And I think he understands now that the American people, 70% of the American people want Ukraine to succeed. 90% of the American people understand that Russia is an enemy. So if you're the political leader of the United States and you're looking at this and trying to sort your way through it and you have a vision of being a peacemaker, you have to pay attention to public opinion. The Republican congressmen, especially the senators, are very strong supporters of NATO. They're very strong supporters of Ukraine. Senator Lindsey Graham, also Democratic senators, are coming in there. So I think, President Trump's a political leader. He sees the pressure. It's the way he handles things. He's very hands-on in terms of give and take in the politics of going forward.
All
And in
right.
this case, the politics are all against Vladimir Putin.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.